Tal y como se ha venido informando, en los últimos días varios medios han confirmado que CM Punk se encuentra actualmente con un pie y medio fuera de AEW, lo que ha generado bastante especulación sobre un posible regreso del luchador a WWE, ya que tras la salida de Vince McMahon, las posibilidades de que vuelvan a contratar a Punk podrían haber aumentado. Estas especulaciones han generado bastante revuelo en el mundo de la lucha libre esta última semana, por lo que varias personalidades han hablado sobre el tema en los últimos días. Ya en el video anterior hablamos sobre la opinión de Ric Flair, quien dijo que no le sorprendería para nada un regreso del luchador. Ahora, dos personalidades más del mundo del wrestling, como lo son Booker T y Jim Cornette, han hablado sobre este tema en sus correspondientes podcasts. Ambos han mencionado que no creen que CM Punk quiera regresar a WWE en este momento. Sin embargo, Cornette cree que es el momento indicado para que el luchador haga su regreso a la empresa, ya que de esta manera Triple H demostraría que pone los negocios por encima de los sentimientos. Estas fueron las palabras de ambos.
Right now, I would have said at any point in time, no, Punk doesn't want to go back to the WWE. Punk doesn't have to go back to the WWE. He's still got his you money. He's going to get bought out for a lot of money if that happens here, or else if he comes back, he'd get paid a lot of money. Nobody's going to be doing any GoFundMes. But now would be the perfect time for Triple H to show the world that he will put business in front of personal feelings. Because again, one of the greatest lines in the history of wrestling, it was never uttered on television, was what Punk said to Triple H in the locker room: I don't need to work with you, you need to work with me. But that's not, I hate you and your family and I hope Stephanie gets run over by a herd of thundering goats or whatever.
Although there may have to be some apologies for firing him on his wedding day.
But no, see, here's the thing. There's no real apologies that Triple H needs to ask for. He needs to offer some. And I would imagine...
That's what I'm saying. They fired CM Punk on his wedding day. He needs to offer some apologies.
But who was in charge? Vince McMahon. And 8 years later, whatever it is, now, depending on what this non-compete clause is, Triple H can go to and say to the world and say to CM Punk, it's all changed. We're about business. Let's get together. It's all about business. No personal feelings.
What do you think about this news that Punk is getting bought out of the contract? And do you think there's a possibility of him in WWE? Because I actually think there's maybe a 1% chance. And that's about as high as I go. But I just want to know your expert opinion.
You know, it's always a chance, you know, but I don't think it's a big chance or anything like that we see CM Punk back in WWE. I don't think CM Punk wants to go back to WWE. I mean, CM Punk has made it perfectly clear ever since he's shown up in AEW what he feels and what he thinks about WWE and everything in it. I don't think that feeling is going to change or anything like that. As well as we see the turmoil in AEW right now. And all of it surrounds CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Every bit of it. No matter what, no matter how people, you know, people can say Hangman Page started it, this, that, whatnot, and the other, you know, but that's like you know, little kids, you know what I mean? Well, he hit me, you know what I mean? Well, you hit me first. Yeah. One of those type of things. Okay. I think we're past that. So from a business standpoint, nah, I don't see CM Punk back in WWE. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But you know, I don't see that.
I don't think so.
El ex campeón intercontinental de WWE, Sami Zayn, fue entrevistado recientemente por el medio BT Sport, entrevista donde el luchador habló sobre su actual storyline con The Bloodline, mencionando que el segmento del uso honorario ha sido uno de los momentos más memorables de su carrera y que los fans también lo van a recordar por mucho tiempo. Estas fueron sus palabras.
So when we did that whole segment, I guess the nicer answer would be to say that no, I didn't expect that at all. But actually, I knew that if we did it right, this would be a very, very memorable segment. And I think when all is said and done, I think people will remember that segment for many, many years to come, which is the hardest thing to do, in my opinion, at this stage in the industry, because we have a lot of content and we have a lot of great performers. So it used to be hard to just do something good. Now what's even harder is to do something memorable, because there's so much good stuff that not a lot of it sticks out. There's so much good, which is a good thing, a good problem to have, that there's so much good content that you have to be exceptional to be remembered for years to come. And I think this segment was one of those things that people will remember, hopefully the way they remember what you were talking about with the Batista and Orton of the Rock and Sock and all that kind of stuff. I hope it goes down like that. And I hope before all is said and done that we got a couple more segments like that people will remember for years to come. But it was definitely, it might have been the best in-ring kind of segment in terms of memorability that I might have done, actually. And just the ride that it took people on is what I'm so happy about, because everybody has said that to me, that it took them on this emotional kind of roller coaster and you didn't know where it's going. And honestly, that's wrestling at its best. When it takes you on a left turn and a right turn and you think it's going one way and it goes another. I mean, that's what I think we all love about wrestling. When wrestling's at its best, that's what it's doing to you. And that was kind of encapsulated in just this one promo. So that's why I think it was so special and so memorable. And I got a great piece of merchandise out of it too.
You want to compare yourself to Eddie Guerrero? Your generation, you're the generation of James Ellsworth.
What?
Yeah, Jimmy No Chin.
Bueno, fanáticos, este ha sido un video más del noticiero de WWE. Espero que les haya gustado, pues si ya saben, si es así, no olviden dejar su like, activar la campanita y no olviden tampoco seguirme en mis redes sociales que están acá abajo en la descripción. A los nuevos, no olviden suscribirse. ¡Chao, perros!